Not content to just let Kamla look like the dumbest one in the administration, writes her own book, or someone wrote her book. And, you know, we've been talking on the show about how literally at every promotional appearance she makes, what is she telling people? I'm black, I am black, and queer. Queer too, don't forget my queerness. And in fact, we have that queued up just for those of you who have missed it. Here's a little tasting. This is just her promo tour. This is not like going back in the archives. This is like literally in the last 7 days. Watch.
As a black woman, as a person who's also LGBT.
As a black woman, I am a black woman, I am a queer woman, being a black woman, as a black woman myself, that is the thing that I understood as a black woman, is that I meant a lot to people because of the communities that I represented, and whether it was women of color, black women. And as a black woman, and I have my queerness too.
It's like talking to Glenn.
She's got her queerness. Right. Glenn also has his queerness. He never talks about it. Fine.
You know her race, by the way, Karine Jean-Pierre's race?
Her race? Yeah.
She never talks about it.
Yeah, I wish
she's very shy about it.
She doesn't like attention called to it.
She's Italian.
You're not going to believe this. Okay. This is the great Matt Taibbi exposes this. A few pages later, after this other part, Jean-Pierre described her feelings after Trump won re-election, saying she wasn't surprised at all because America was too racist and sexist to elect Kamala Harris. Finally, these are quotes, about 1 a.m., I tumbled into bed. When I woke up, it was over. Harris had lost. I received calls from friends who were distraught.
Yes, this is actually sickening to see these people every single day. When I watch this lady throughout this week, running from one media to another, struggling to promote her book, this is all she spread. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. This should tell you a lot about DEI. When the Trump administration actually went after this, these people were everywhere talking this. And even CNN, Jack Tapper, could not take it again. At a certain point, he had to cut off a whole segment simply because someone called this out. How can you even do this? So this is all this lady has. There is nothing she can stand to speak for people to listen without quoting this. That's crazy, right? This is just an example of a DEI hire. It's insane. The other day, this lady...
Is Megyn Kelly chopped?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what is chopped. I've heard it, but I don't know what that means. What does chopped mean?
She's going to get mad at me, dude. I don't know if I want this here.
What does chopped mean?
Chopped means, like, not hot.
Yeah, she's chopped. I don't know, the whole MAGA looking.
It's all the MAGA ladies.
Too
they
much.
Look. Kind of looks like a Barbie doll covered in, like, WD-40.
I think she looks trans.
Let's end on that note.
She looks clockable.
The media has lost its ever-loving mind.
Yes, Don Lemon blew up Megyn Kelly, and the response he got was perfect. Even the New York Post covered that. This is coming after a day Jasmine Crockett went off on Trump after he called this lady low IQ and went further to call out AIC that they should go for theirs. Megyn Kelly reacted to that video. This guy did not like that at all.
One of the main contenders for the Democratic nomination for President of the United States, maybe Vice President of the United States. She matters. She's got a big following. She's got big charisma. She's got a growing amount of power. And to be in a teenage trash-talking battle with Riley Gaines, saying she doesn't have a real job, saying if you didn't come in fifth, maybe you wouldn't be so upset. You want to lead the country? Now, look, I know there's a misplaced sense of muscularity in that right now. Newsom tweeting like Trump, owning him. I get it. That people who don't like what's happening in the country are so desperate for a muscular response, for someone to fight back. But how you do it matters. I don't think these kinds of antics are getting you where you want to be with the majority in this country.
It was a question about not ruling out a third term, but what's your reaction to what the president said there?
Listen, I'm waiting on a reporter, and maybe it'll be you, Caitlin,
that finally asked him what is his IQ, because he is constantly talking about, he doesn't even know what a low IQ is. He don't even know which scores are low. And I can guarantee you that whatever score, if he's taken one anytime recently, I'm sure that his qualifies as low. Listen, he's never been known to be an Einstein. This is not a guy who got in on merit when it came to going to college. This is someone who, but for him being born with a silver spoon, probably wouldn't have got into anybody's institution, unlike me. So, you know, I am not worried about that. And I wish people would look at the fact that you have a president of the United States who consistently is obsessing over 2 women of color that are members of the House. You are the president. You have a lot more power than we do, but obviously you consistently feel threatened. And that is why we have seen, you know, the attacks on black women in general from this administration. I don't know what black woman hurt him in his past, honey, but it is really taking him through it. But I really wish, for the sake of this country and honestly for the sake of the world, that he would focus on his real job and stop worrying about me. My constituents would worry about whether or not I have an adequate IQ, even though that's not the test that he's taking. And it's up to them to decide. It's not him. He can't hire me or fire me, unfortunately for him.
I mentioned last night Trump was bragging about how well he did on this cognitive test they gave.
Yes, ghetto Democrat don't realize that this is exactly what she is. Trump has been saying this repeatedly, and they are carrying out another conspiracy. Oh, Trump is not fine. Trump is not feeling fine. Trump is not well. Oh, since Trump came into president, he has been in the hospital more than 5 times. They are hiding something. That is what I see with Democrats putting out on social media, and I laugh all through. When Biden was there, they hide everything. They don't say things. Now, coming out to say, oh, Trump did not get this by merit, is just ridiculous. Now going into Jimmy.
On this cognitive test they gave him as part of his surprise physical, for whatever reason, fat Albert Einstein has been boasting that he would crush 2 House Democrats, 2 he does not like, AOC and Jasmine Crockett, both of whom he deems to be low IQ in an IQ test. And so I, quite generously, I think, offered to host a competition between them to give.
This is how ghetto Democrat responded to President Trump calling for her and AIC to go for IQ tests. For a very long time, this lady is doing this, going after Trump, every single time, disrespecting him. And she was being called out by Stephen the other day. Black people blow up on social media. Now Don Lemon actually got angry after Megyn Kelly reacted to this video. For some time now, she has been with Don Lemon, carrying out interviews here and then. Don Lemon saying, Megyn Kelly, look trans, she's not this, she's not that. She'll tell you a lot about this guy. I don't want to say it on this platform. When I look at him, sometimes responding to people, I get so crazy.
What do you think it's being done for?
I personally think that an infrastructure is being built to allow Donald Trump to stay in office indefinitely. I think
he's trolling the Democrats, which he loves to do, and they fall for it every time. They've been doing it for 10 years on a number of issues.
If you notice, I drop 2-3 videos daily. So please always tune in and always share the videos. There is something about the short videos at the end that is for the YT algorithm. You can always skip.
Told that you're not ready. And that was my first instinct.
To have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's like
history.
Point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic. He even gets an off.
If the Democrats
because how many times somebody asks
for
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama.
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
Want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one. Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show.
To spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
all the same people that are in these polite.
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said that he doesn't.
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.
Our current president, Donald.
So I heard the Attorney General in Michigan's going